Hello humans, my name is Kevin Cook and this is the true story of how I got paid to travel all over China. In 2016, I created a series on YouTube called $20 Traveling, where I traveled to cities all over China and Southeast Asia and showed the audience how to get around with only $20 a day. And the money that I spent out of pocket to travel around producing this series was returned to me in about 6 months from the AdSense revenue I had made. But this is just the beginning. After months of traveling around Asia, I kind of got tired of that hectic schedule and I wanted something a little more stable. So I went to Shanghai and I landed a job working at a digital marketing agency there. Our clients were all Chinese companies or government bodies that wanted exposure overseas. And if you're familiar with digital marketing, you're probably aware of what's called influencer marketing. This is a relatively new and, if done correctly, highly subtle form of advertising, which is delivered to the viewer in a sort of camouflaged package. So it's really attractive for advertisers. So when I joined this marketing agency, I was joining basically as the resident influencer who could operate both from within the agency and independently as a third party. It was January of 2017 and our client was the Wuxi government. They wanted to promote tourism from overseas, and so I was tasked with going to Wuxi to produce a video for my own YouTube series. I was getting paid a full-time salary at the agency and also monetizing the content I produced on my own YouTube channel. It was like getting paid twice to produce content that I already enjoyed making. And fun fact, this is how I met Raven. She was a colleague of mine at the same company, and it was actually our boss that paired us together to go and meet up in Wuxi to film this video together. And that's how our friendship began. Then the projects kept coming in. Another client of ours, the Guiyang government, wanted foreign influencers, so they flew us down there to produce yet again another episode of $20 Traveling. And again, all the interests are aligned here. It really was great. I was getting paid salary to travel, but I was also monetizing the content I produced. And the Guiyang government was happy. A little while later, Raven left our company and went to go work for another digital marketing agency, whose client was the Guilin government. And sure enough, they wanted foreign influencers. I, of course, was at the top of Raven's list, so she reached out to me, and we negotiated again a contract to have us host an independent series to go on the Guilin government's Facebook page, all while I was able to produce my own independent content for YouTube. So I was getting paid to host their video while also producing content that I would later monetize on my own YouTube channel. Getting paid twice to travel. Then seriously, it was like floodgates opening up. The Shanghai Tourism Board even reached out to me and asked me how much money I wanted for them to follow me around with the camera and just film me eating top-notch food all around the city. It was a dream come true. At the time, I was still working for the digital marketing agency in Shanghai, and our other client, the Sanya government, wanted a foreign correspondent to go down there and make some content about the Miss World pageant, which was being hosted down there in Hainan. So they sent my muffin top down there to interview these girls and see what was honestly the greatest girl-to-guy ratio I've ever witnessed in my life. It was amazing. And on top of that, they sponsored my video featuring the Sanya seafood market down there. After that, another client of the agency's, China Southern Airlines, was in the market for foreign influencers, so they sent a team of us down to Guangzhou to produce some video content there. It was my first time to Guangzhou, and I had a really great time. Then, a little while after that, the Chongqing government wanted foreign influencers to go down there, so a team of us went down there to produce an independent series promoting Chongqing. But at the same time, I made my own travel vlog, which I put on my YouTube and again monetized. So I was again paid twice to travel to a cool place and hang out with friends. Then after some months traveling around Asia, I returned to China in March 2019, where I stayed in Yangshuo to focus on studying Mandarin for a while. But in the summer of that same year, an agency representing China Daily News reached out to me and asked me if I'd be available for an epic project that would involve months of traveling around China. Over the span of 3 months, there were 12 flights, 1,000 miles of road trips to Jingdezhen, Dunhuang, Xi'an, Hangzhou, Shanghai, Beijing, Hanzhong, Chengdu, Aba, Yan'an, Ya'an, and Ruijin. It was one of the richest and most fulfilling experiences of my life. Do you know what walnut moxibustion is? Yeah, neither did I, until I got paid to do it. It really was my dream job. The name of this series is called Let's Go to China, and ironically enough, it was scheduled to be released about now. I was really looking forward to this series being released. So now, here I am before you, without a clear path before me, only able to regale you of times past. I'm actually enjoying this time to sort of reset at home, but the sense of adventure and purpose that I had in China really is just lacking here. But making these videos is the next best thing for me, and I'm really enjoying creating them and interacting with the audience now more than ever. So let me know what you think. Leave a comment below. I'll respond to every comment. Please give this video a thumbs up, and I'll see you next time.